My name is Brady Schomburg, and the title of this speech is The Importance of Financial Education. In a study done by the University of Illinois, 22% of the sampled 18 to 24-year-olds were found to be financially stable. What qualifies them as financially stable, though? These students were shown to make more financially responsible decisions and had engaged in cost-effective financial services. There is a correlation. These students were also found to have both checking and savings accounts. So that's great. 22% of students are financially stable. That leaves 78% that are not. In simpler terms, 4 out of the 5 people aged 18 to 24 are not financially stable. Financial stability is crucial to living on your own, especially as a young adult and a college student. I passed a financial literacy course as part of my high school curriculum, and I've done further research for the purpose of this speech and my own benefit. In this speech, I'd like to tell you why financial education is so important and why everyone should take a course on it. So first, let's talk about why financial education is so important. Young people need to be financially literate in order to make smart financial decisions once they're living on their own. The root of many financial troubles begin when adults are first starting out on their own. These are clueless young adults, teenagers, with exposure to freedom and large sums of money for the first time in their life. They're more susceptible to making irresponsible financial decisions. Young adults now, as the result of the 2008 recession, grew up in financially unstable households and did not understand the concept of stable finances and responsible money decisions, as found by Morrissey in the Household Economic Stability Study conducted in 2020. Many young adults don't even know how to write a check or balance a checkbook. They have no idea what goes on each of these lines and how to fill it out to properly keep track of your money. These were skills that I learned in my financial literacy class. Many important financial decisions happen between the ages of 18 and 24. A large majority of people will choose to go to college, which requires federal and private loans. The more you understand about loans, the better you can combat them and make smart financial decisions when it comes to them. And there will be those that don't go to college. These people need to prepare to start their own life. They need savings, emergency funds, and even house payments. Regardless of your level of education, many will be required to get their own insurance during this time. While medical insurance may come as a benefit of your job, your own car insurance is something you need to look at on your own. Now, quickly moving back to education, let's discuss why education itself is essential for financial literacy. In order to combat financial illiteracy, the intervention of educational institutes is required. According to Ramsey Solutions, run by Dave Ramsey, a noted financial podcaster and advisor, only 29 states require financial literacy courses for high school graduation. Fortunately, Ohio is one of those 29 states. Nearly 60% of states, 29 out of 50, require financial literacy, showing that it has been deemed important by several legislative bodies. However, this only applies to the class of 2026 and beyond, leaving several college students and many before without financial education. That brings up the solution, making it a required course for incoming freshmen at universities across the nation. Well, many freshmen already have packed courses with their major-specific course load and their general education classes. Many of these freshmen have already made the important financial decision to go to college and take out loans. Requiring this class would almost be too little too late. Furthermore, not all high school graduates will go to college, and that leaves only those with a college education, financial education. As of the 2021-2022 school year, the average graduation rate was 87%, as reported by the National Center for Education Statistics in 2024. Enshrining financial literacy into the curriculum will ensure that a broader range of people have access to financial education. The more people that have access to this financial education, the fewer financially uneducated people there will be. So next, let's think about how likely it is to make financial literacy accessible to everyone. Implementing financial literacy courses on a national level will take several years and multiple legislative bodies to accomplish. but that does not make it impossible. In the past, if we wanted to make financial literacy a nationwide requirement, it would have been done through the Department of Education. Now, with the dismantling of the department, it becomes a little bit more challenging. Like I said, not impossible, just challenging. Now, to require financial literacy, it would be up to every state individually. As we mentioned before, 29 of these states have already made it a requirement. 19 more of these states have laws surrounding financial literacy, but they don't make it a requirement to graduate. There are 2 states that have no requirements around financial literacy. So what would happen? The state-level Department of Education would assemble a committee to determine the implementation of financial literacy. Once it reaches a decision on public opinion and the necessity of the course, it would be drafted and reviewed. Once it is approved, it becomes part of the state standards. So while it would take a much longer time and much more advocacy across every individual state, it is not impossible to implement financial literacy into all 50 states. Now, to wrap things up, let's revisit some of the main points. Financial illiteracy and instability is a great problem that's facing America today, especially young people. In order to combat this, we need to show why financial literacy is so important. We can do this by showing what makes someone financially literate. Furthermore, we can show how financial literacy can be accomplished on a national level. In addition, we can examine the practicality and importance of implementing financial literacy nationwide. It's important to yourself and to your nation that you're financially literate, or else you may become one of the 78% reported by the University of Illinois that are not financially stable. Thank you.